Hi guys, it's me, the Witch of Boise, here to do another episode of Ask Witch of Boise. Ooh. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if anything resonates with you. I love to read your comments. So you might be asking yourself, especially the newcomers, well, what's Ask Witch of Boise? Well, it's simple. I have people that go onto my Instagram and they ask questions to win a free reading. So now this is the last batch. This is the last question of the last batch that we're going to be doing today. So again, if you just stumbled upon this, maybe you're being guided today to have this question asked for you as well. So I definitely make sure that you watch the entire video. Now, there is going to be some free readings on a regular basis, so make sure that you are following me on Witch of Boise on Instagram, and that's Witch of Boise, all one word. You can follow me on TikTok, Witch of Boise, Facebook, Witch of Boise, Twitter, and of course here. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And make sure that you do check me out on witchofboise.com. I do paid readings, so you can book yours today if you don't want to wait for a free reading. And you can also see that you're getting a pretty good deal with this. Let's see what the reading is today. What advice do my guides have for me on my journey with life and love? Now, this didn't have a name that's attached to it. So I'm really sorry these have been so backed up and some of these are so old, but what advice do my guides have for me on my journey with life and love? What a beautiful question. This kind of question is why I do what I do. Like, this is so deep and beautiful and I love it. So again, there's no name that is attached to it, but I think that maybe there's a message that's within you that your guides are telling you that you need to watch this. So let's see what advice that your guides want. What advice do my guides have for me on my journey with life and love? Is that 3? Oh. What advice do my guides have for me on my journey with life and love? Okay, that's too many cards. That one flipped. Okay, this one, that's too many. That is also too many. This one came out. Is that 3? Yes, it is. Okay, I think that is plenty. We, just for the ones that I see, we got some major arcanas, which that's a big deal. Always look for major arcanas because that's, like I said, a big deal. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm going to grab my second tarot deck. I'm going to shuffle it. I'm not going to take any flyers. I'm going to cut this deck with the cards and then we can get clarifying cards for them. You'll see what I mean in just a sec. Okay. So I'm just cutting the deck. And all I'm doing is just going down the line of cards I have. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is big energy. Okay. We have the Hanged Man being clarified by the Six of Swords. And so this tells us that with the advice do your guides want you to have on your journey of life and love is sometimes taking a pause. You don't always have to be constantly moving. And sometimes situations, even when they feel like it's really urgent and that you need to make a decision, sometimes you need to pause and look at things in a different perspective. This is also just with any sort of, this should be with anything that you're getting. And I say that it's almost like news sources is what is coming to me, and gossip, and not necessarily gossip, but it's just like if you hear something about someone, it's don't take that to heart. It's always look at different sides of things. Or like if you have friends that are fighting or something like that, it's good to just take a pause and actually look at things from a different perspective and not just be one-sided. So it's making sure that you are being well-rounded, and this is what's going to get you out of turbulent times. This is what's going to propel you forward. And it's so strange to think that, where it's that pause is actually is how you move forward. But that's coming with wisdom and being able to say, hey, let me weigh out all my options and actually view this in a different kind of perspective, because maybe this isn't as bad as it seems. Or perhaps this opportunity is too good to be true. And maybe I need to pull myself back and not just get overly excited because I can see the potential outcome. Keyword there, potential. And it's making sure that there's a pause. So the Lovers in reverse being clarified by the Ace of Cups in reverse. Now, you were talking about your journey of life and love. And it feels like that it has been not a great one in the love department. There might be a little bit of codependency. Maybe you're giving too much to someone, or it's a one-sided relationship. And again, that's kind of came up with that Hanged Man, where it's one-sided. So it's making sure that we are multifaceted. Stop throwing your love away onto someone that's not on the same level as you. So if you feel like you like someone and then they aren't even showing you the same sort of level, you need to match energies. Because again, that's what I keep getting, is that you're throwing your love away. You're just like pouring it down the drain. And this can be even just frustration, maybe just being single for so long and you're just frustrated. Maybe you've given up on love. And that's not the right mindset. The mindset is energy matching. And if someone's not matching your energy, guess what? They're not meant for you. And that's a big part of that Lovers in reverse, where it's an imbalance. There isn't a togetherness. So it's just really making sure that you are pausing. It's pausing and really saying, am I just getting wrapped up in the idea of love, or the idea of this romance, or like this partner looks really, really attractive and they have a cute butt and I just can't help it. It's one of those things where it's you have to make sure that you are pausing and you're matching energy levels. Because if that energy is not matching, it's time to go. Now, we have the Death card. And that is being clarified by the Queen of Wands in reverse. Now, the interesting thing that you're going to see in the next 3 cards, that it is being clarified by court cards. So if you're an avid card reader yourself, these court cards could mean someone that is in your life. But I'm going to not do that because, again, I don't know who this is, who asked this question, but just keep that in mind. So this is an ending With Death card, this doesn't mean that it's like physical death or anything, but this is an actual ending. This is that. This is not going to be it coming back to life. This is done. It is an end of a cycle. But what that means is a beginning. So once something ends, there is a new beginning. It's that circle. The circle of life. And then we have it being clarified by the Queen of Wands. And this feels like a lack of creativity. There might be a blockage of being creative. This is also like burnout. So for me, it just feels like it's welcoming endings, even when they suck. And that comes back to that Lovers in reverse, where it's you're holding on to things and letting things thrive, quote unquote, which they aren't really thriving, but you're letting these things continue when they actually need to be ending. And when you don't do that, I really feel like it's a damper on that Queen of Wands, where it's becoming not like yourself, and you're not honoring your spirit. You're not honoring your soul by getting yourself into a situation just because you like the idea of it. So really start to embrace endings. Embrace them, because that's when transformation is taking hold. Then we have the Knight of Swords being clarified by the Queen of Swords in reverse. So for advice, this is acting swiftly. And when we get the Queen of Swords in reverse, it's actually making sure that you are becoming more vulnerable for yourself. And because the Queen of Swords, when she's upright, she's very cold, cut, to the point. And with this, because we have the Lovers, and I'm getting like a relationship energy too, this is like a beginning of actually finding yourself and finding more balanced relationships. It doesn't mean that you're going to find the one immediately, because I think that that's a journey within itself. But this is telling you that you're actually going to be welcoming more secure and more quality people into your life. And that includes friendships, any sort of relationship. And that's going to be because you are embracing these endings. You're embracing the fact that you can walk away from something that no longer serves you. And it's okay. It's okay to do that. And it doesn't even mean that someone had to do something mean to you or anything. But if it doesn't give you joy, it's time to let it go. And it feels like once you get into that concept and that headspace, really big things are going to start to happen to you, because you're also going to be facing more vulnerability too. Then we have the King of Wands being clarified by the Knight of Swords, in reverse. So then there's two Knights of Swords. So the King of Wands in the upright is a very creative, very fiery, very passionate person. So this is also making sure that you are embracing your own sexuality, your own energy, your own, like you're feeling your oats, you're feeling yourself, and you're feeling the creative flow. You're feeling what the fire that is in your soul and your heart that you're able to do. Now this is going to be, because of that Knight of Swords in reverse, this is a slow burn. So this is going to be lasting for quite some time. And it's making sure that you are embracing this as well. So if you are one of those, like, I like a quick fix, I like things to be this is not it. This is not going to be it. And so with your guides, it's knowing that, where it's going to be a slow burn. And it might be with ideas, it could be with careers, where you're like, this is not me, and I can't see myself doing this. And you need to make sure that you aren't just quitting or stopping something just because of that Death card, because it's uncomfortable. It's making sure that there is a slow burn and give it a little bit of time. Now, if you go a couple months and nothing is changing, there's no evolution, there's no sort of transformation of that to saying, hey, actually, this isn't that bad, then it's time to use that death card. It's time to use that, like, okay, let's end this and go to the next thing. But it's constantly listening to what that fire, and I call it the fire in your belly. It's that, like, what gets you pumped up? What are you passionate about? What just gets you all riled up and you just have that passion? And again, it's also exploring sexuality and that in exploring your own sexualness. It is very, very powerful. And it's just, again, it's a slow burn issue. All right, then we have the Nine of Cups being clarified by the King of Swords. This is so crazy because you have the Nine of Cups and this is like the wish card. This is you can manifest anything that you want, and whatever you're wishing for, your guides are telling you you're able to do it. But the thing is you have to be vulnerable. And that's the King of Swords in reverse. And it's just like the Queen of Swords. In the upright, the King is very swift, very quick, but very also like cut to the bullshit. I'm not going to play your games. I'm not going to dance around the issue. And it's very much you have to let your guard down. You have to be vulnerable. You can't have your sword with you at all times. You have to make sure that you're opening yourself up and you're being vulnerable to yourself in order to get what you want. Now we have the Three of Pentacles being clarified by the Sun in reverse. Now, this tells me that with the Three of Pentacles, this is like work. This is working with others. And there's going to be some burnouts with that. You work best by yourself, and you're going to work best in that aspect. So if you're thinking about a career or a life change of that aspect, it's making sure that you do something that you're not going to feel that burnout. And I'm just getting like a traditional sense of work where you're gonna feel a lot of joy when it's something that you're working on your own. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're like a self-employed. It definitely could mean that. But this is something where you're able to work on yourself and you're not having to rely on everyone else to get parts of the job done. And last but not least, the best advice is the Sun being clarified by the High Priestess in reverse. Even when your intuition is off whack, even when you feel like you're not connected with the spirit world or you're not connected in spirituality, even in your lowest points, everything's going to be okay. Oh, I just got the chills. The Sun is the most positive card that one can get. And with the High Priestess in reverse, it's like, even when you're blocking it out, when you're not wanting to listen to your intuition and you're just trying to do your own thing and all this stuff, your guides just want you to know that everything's going to be okay and you're being divinely guided by them. They are going to be supporting you and be with you during your journey. So if you want to talk with them, they're there. But they just want you to know that even through hard times and hardships, and that can be loss of jobs, that can be death, that can be just awful things, is that you're going to be okay because you are being divinely protected and guided. And never lose your positivity. And if you don't feel like you're a positive person, start practicing that positivity. Doesn't mean you have to be toxic positivity, but really focus on that positivity. Okay, I'm going to try to get as many of these oracle cards as possible. That was a lot of tarot cards. But wow. Okay. We got Owl, number 21. And I think that that's deception. It is deception. So if you have pulled the Owl card, you're being asked to use your powers of keen, silent observation to intuit some life situation. Okay. This is the Hanged Man energy, where it is sitting still and watching things and seeing things from different perspective. The Owl is befriending you and aiding you in seeing the total truth. Owl can bring you messages in the night through dreams or meditation. Pay attention to the signals and omens. The truth always brings further enlightenment. Wow. That is that Hanged Man, where it's making sure that you pause. And the pause is about the truth with the Owl. Is finding the actual truth of things and not just jumping to conclusions or, hey, this person's a jerk because of this, that, and the other. Well, you don't know what's going on in that person's life. And then you're just going to listen to some gossip about them and just call it a day. Yeah, that's not right. So it's things like that where the truth will come out, and if you stay back and you take a pause, you're going to see a lot of perception. Then we have Vesta, home. Your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in occupants. So to me, this is advice about your home. I feel like this is something where it's getting your house nice and tidy and homey and decluttering. Do some feng shui around your house. It really does help with the chi and the energy flow. Then you have Hathor, which is receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So this is also being open to receiving messages, which is also in turn becoming more vulnerable in order to receive those messages. Okay. Good cards. Perfect. So then we have Ocean, Ebb and Flow. So this just tells us, again, with that the sun being clarified by the high priestess, things are going to give and come and things are going to happen, but keeping that sun energy and knowing that you are being guided and there's a reason why things are happening. And sometimes there really isn't a reason, but it's how we react and how we grow and how we can learn to better ourselves and share love around us. Then we have tsunami. And it's a wake up call. Oh my gosh, I just reminded me of my grandma. Okay, so tsunami, a wake up call. So this just tells me that it is time, and I'm going back to that death card. It's time to really wake up and realize like energy matching. If the energy doesn't match, then get it out of there. And again, it doesn't have to be anything that is bad or like bad energy or someone was rude to you. You can just say goodbye. And you know, the thing is that sometimes goodbyes are forever and sometimes they aren't. But you need to make sure that you are cutting those ties in the sense of energy matching. Then we have Green Man, which is synergy. And that's the same thing with the ebb and flow, where it's just letting things happen and everything is connected. So nothing is a coincidence. So if you see something and something pops out in this reading or after this reading, maybe you see an owl somewhere, everything is connected. It really is. So this is the past lives deck and it is Celtic. So that can be a sign or something to be looking out for from your guides, which is that Celtic. Okay. What advice do your guides have for them on their journey of life and love? That was so many cards. Oh no, I'm running out of time. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so we have one and it's sun, spirit. So this is emphasizing that sun energy where spirit's around you and it's that positive sun energy. And then 48 yod, destiny. This tells me that no matter what hardships, whatever is happening in your life, it's a part of your destiny. And so it's just make sure that you are just going about it in that sense. Oh my gosh. These just all fell out. So let me just try this again. So it's no matter what decision that you make, it's a part of your destiny. And the thing is with that pausing and that hanged man energy, this is what's going to make you like not have to relearn lessons over and over and over again as well. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you got dawn, the light after the darkness, and look what's on there. A big old owl. Oh my gosh. So this is just telling us this is that sun energy, that there's lightness, there's light after darkness. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Nothing for that. How many? Oh, 3. Okay. We'll take it. We have peace. Oh my gosh. Waning crescent 5. And that's number 28. Number 29, wolf moon, hunger. And then number 30, snow moon, purity. So for me, peace is getting a piece of your mind. It's making sure that you are at peace. What gives you peace? What doesn't give you peace? In that, get that out of your life. You need to be focusing on your own inner peace. And then hunger reminds me of that King of Wands energy, that fire in your belly. So you're having that hunger for your creative and all of this. So it's really honing in on that. And then purity, for me, that's accepting what has happened in the past and making sure that you can grow and become the person that you want to be, that you want. You know, you can be whoever you want. You have transformation. We can transform each other overnight. You can even do it within the next 5 minutes. You just have to want it. And with the purity, it's purifying your soul in the sense of, oh my gosh, I'm going to take these cards. It's purifying your soul in the sense of the sun and the positive energy, where it's purifying it from the negative. So you have Azurite, expanded awareness. So it's making sure that you are aware of things that are going on. You're aware of signs that are happening with your guides trying to tell you. Pyromorphite, patience. Herkimer Diamond, dreams. So they're going to be visiting you in your dreams. So you need to make sure that you are looking at your dreams and looking at the symbols and signs that are coming into your dreams. Do some dream interpretations or dream journals. Citrine, abundance. This just tells you that good things are coming. And again, you have to have that positive mindset in order for it to come. And then diapotsite, which is Mother Earth. Getting yourself outside and going and grounding yourself into Mother Earth. That is something that's going to help you along the way, as well as maybe even meditating with an owl. Because I bet you once you start to go outside, you're going to see him. And then you have Tanzanite, clarity. And once you get to the point where you're energy matching and you're ending things that aren't getting on the same energy, the same wavelength as you, it's going to clarify things for you and how people are to you. Okay. I'm trying to hurry. I don't think I can get every single card here, but I'm going to try. Just cut the deck. The dark mysteries. The dark goddess calls you to her inner chamber where she holds a test and a gift for you. The test is your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her call? Your time for deeper initiation is here. Oh my gosh. And that is it. So you've been like held back on things, and especially with the advice of, okay, you need to take a pause, look at things in a different perspective. And what has been holding you back? The relationships, you're just throwing love down the drain, whether someone isn't treating you right or anything like that. And it's time to end that. And your guides are helping you. Wow. So I think the greatest advice for your guides on your journey of life and love is embrace that sun energy. Embrace it. And that is even when things go not the way that you planned or that you want. Just always remember that sun. Look for that owl and they'll help you. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I have. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, comment below. Tell me if any of it resonates with you, and I'll hang out with you soon.